downtown Atlanta. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Okay, ready? Red, cycle. Switch, yellow. Set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Blue striker. 52 blaster. Black ultra. Black red.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Here we go. Here we go. Check view.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Yellow, 1. Steal, check, steal.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Black shot.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
On the ball. On the ball.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Running the counter, Patterson.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 18.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And some room to maneuver. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he's the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Well, the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Darren Hall. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Oh, he shifts past him. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
Ultra.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check mega.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Here's Patterson again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run with Patterson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Low check. Hey, go field. Ready?
They'll run with Patterson. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Let's go.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Hey, go field.
Patterson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
On the ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
No gain on the play there, second down. On second down, here's Mitchell. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
First down, here's Mitchell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with Patterson. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Cordell Patterson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Okay, ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
18 yards, first down Niners.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Patterson running between the tackles, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm looking at this one, my defense.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Quick, yellow. Ready?
3rd down, here's Patterson. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 79 yards. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime and sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A quick throw, but incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Drill 52. Check smash.
Straight ahead, Patterson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Claws red. 10 cycles. Zone red. Drill green.
And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal.
And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Arnold Ebiketie, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
After that last run, Lance is going to throw it here.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Ready.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Steal. Check steal. Ready.
Pitch comes to Patterson.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Again, Patterson.
And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Right. Right. Ready.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
A give running right is Mitchell.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, 49ers.
Elijah Mitchell,
52 yards.
and the Niners get a bit closer.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now Patterson to start the drive.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Yellow, go.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the 16, Lance. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons grab it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And the Falcons grab it. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
It's an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
1st and 10. It's Patterson.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
He'll look to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They find some open field here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
129 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
But once again, it's Mitchell.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Here we go. Here we go.
They run over center with Mitchell.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Troy Anderson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Ready.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Ready?
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And there's absolutely been no stopping this